Hello, so today I'm going to be doing a quick book review of The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. I picked this up from a charity shop a while back and it intrigued me. I have seen that it was quite popular on its time of release, and it was actually made into a Netflix film starring Emily Blunt, I believe, which I haven't watched yet, but hopefully if it's still on there I might give a go, because yeah, from what little I knew about this when it first came out, it was about a woman on a train who observes something and then she somehow gets involved in like this whodunit kind of murder mystery. That was literally all I knew when I picked up this book, and then having read it and finished it, it wasn't 100% what I expected. It was, I don't know how to describe it. Like, not as polished as what I thought it would be. And that's not to say that the story wasn't. It's just, I'm not sure. I think the characters maybe. So the main character you follow is this woman who is kind of down and out on her life. Her name's Rachel, and she catches the same train every day and to work. And every day she observes the houses going by, and there's a certain house that she watches which has the people, she sees the people in that house regularly, you know, in their garden, chatting to each other in the house, and she appears to have some sort of obsession with these people. And you later find out that she actually used to live on the street, and she doesn't know these people, she's made up the lives in her own head. Until, yeah, one day something goes wrong and she observes something that doesn't sit quite right with her. But the problem is, she wants to do something about it, but like I said, her own life is kind of in a bit of a shambles. She is a very unreliable narrator. She is a drunk and she goes about her days, well, she's kind of like, to begin with, I'd say she's kind of a, what's it called? A functioning alcoholic. She kind of goes about her day, but she just about manages to deal with work life and home life. But then as the book goes on, it becomes more and more unravelled. Her behaviour becomes more and more deranged. The relationships she has with people in the book, like her housemate, I really don't know why her housemate puts up with her. She's actually not a very likeable character. You do get, or I found I got a bit fed up with her the more I read, and I'm like, come on, can you just like pull it together for like 5 minutes? And yeah, the decisions she makes are very bizarre, but the decisions she makes is kind of what moves the plot along, I guess. And there are a few twists and turns in this. I did kind of figure out what was going to happen towards the end, I would say about midway through, but I still enjoyed it. It was a very easy to read book. If you're into whodunits with unreliable narrators, then I would say give this one a go. I can see why it was popular. I would be interested, actually, yeah, now I'm thinking about it, I actually might look up the film because I want to see how accurate it is to the book. But also, yeah, her character is just so unlikable, and I feel like in a book, when you're reading it, because I feel like this is very plot driven, you want to know the plot, you want to know what's happened, what's going on with these people's lives, how unreliable is she, is what she's remembering, is that true, or is it completely something else? And yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they play that out in the film. But book wise, I'm glad I read it. It was kind of like, I would say like a 3 or 4 star for me. Not a 5 star, just like I said, I don't know, it was a bit frustrating at parts, and I feel like there were some parts where it could have gone a little bit quicker, and there was a few like red herrings and stuff thrown in there. You're like, okay, this could be moving along a lot quicker. And some of the decisions that the characters make, you're like, would that really happen in real life? Like, would it really go down like that? But yeah, overall a pretty enjoyable whodunit book. I don't think it's going to be one I'm going to be keeping, but I kind of knew that going into it. I've got a stack of books I'm planning on reading and then passing on, because I'm kind of guessing they're going to be 3 or 4 stars. And yeah, this was definitely in that category, but I'm glad I read it. and I would recommend it, like I said, if you like whodunits with unreliable narrators. I didn't know she was an unreliable narrator going into this, so that was actually quite a nice surprise, because I do like that element in books where it kind of keeps you guessing of, you know, is this person, you know, when you're reading from someone who's not completely, you know, with reality, it can make for an interesting read, because it keeps you guessing, like, yeah, is the situation she's getting into, you know, true, or is it just what's in her mind? And as a character, she was getting frustrated with herself a lot, and it made you frustrated reading from her perspective on things. You become frustrated with her as a character, but I feel like that's purposeful, and I feel like yeah, it's kind of like the author wants you to have sympathy for her and understanding, but also frustration. And I think that comes across very well in the writing, because you do feel all those emotions as well as frustration. A lot of the characters are frustrating in this book, but yeah, overall not too bad. So those are my thoughts. If you've seen the film and you think it's worth it, then let me know down below. Maybe I will watch the film and then do a film review or comparison to the book. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Have you read this? Did you enjoy it? What were your thoughts? So as always, until next time, thanks for watching. Bye guys.